Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Judicious'Fire, and I am here with Demogorgon, the demon himself. Demogorgon is at max skill, max everything. We're going to take a look at what he can do. We're going to also take a look at two different kinds of builds, an offensive and a defensive build for the man. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll keep hero studies like this going. I was waiting for skill 15 on Demogorgon, and it came, and he does a massive amount of damage to 6 foes over a period of 2 seconds. That's 3 strikes during that time. It's 940% of his attack, and you just have to be careful on your offensive build how far you push him in terms of attack, and also that you give him some wicked armor, because he's very, very squishy when it comes to reflect and deflect in this game. This is one of the heroes that truly could have used wicked armor when he was first released. He inflicts blinded. To my recollection, top of my head, I think only one hero, and that would be Ripper, is immune to blind, and it would cause our heroes to no longer be able to hit us or to perform successful attacks for that 2 seconds. They're unable to see us as enemies. He gets immunity to damage, so invulnerability. And the game does say immunity to damage, and in other skill descriptions it will read invulnerability. When it comes to invulnerability in this game, it's a cliff. You're doing just fine, and then all of a sudden you drop off the cliff. Well, now all of a sudden you're not. So this is how it goes with Demo, how it goes with Skeletica. You can get that immunity to damage, and you're doing just fine, and then all of a sudden, poof, you get vaporized. So I have built him defensively, and it's probably the preferred build. Defensively with a Sacred Light. Get his health up and give him much needed damage reduction during that window of opportunity. Dread Drake is also susceptible to this. He gets that window of opportunity where the enemies can really smash him. You don't want this happening in Demo, so give him some Sacred Light. And for his insignia, I gave him a Wicked Armor, and that's going to be defensive as well. It's like an offensive defensive insignia. It's going to give him great attack boost, but he isn't going to take reflect and deflect to the point that it's going to kill him under most circumstances. For his equipment, I know I can push damage on this guy, and I can make him an incredible crit striker and all this kind of stuff and do amazing crit damage. That's okay against mindless bots in the dungeons. You know, if you're running in dungeon 4 like all day long, then yeah, Demo's going to do well. But in today's game, he's got to have damage reduction. You got to build him to survive, and that's exactly what Holy Conviction is going to do. And as far as his traits go, he is a hero. He was designed as a hero killer. I don't think he's really capable of that against max premier heroes. But he is capable of providing an attack support role through the blind and through the constant strikes of damage over time. So his days of solo sniping are over. Those were glorious days in Castle Clash. Just super brief here. We were using Grizzly Reaper. We were using Ares to snipe people out when Guild Wars was first introduced as a game mode. And then all of a sudden, Demogorgon came along and took sniping up to a completely different level. Okay, Big Daddy, Iron Goat's base. And we got some nasty looking heroes here. I'm going to try the following drop order. I'll do Zeph out there and then the remaining 5. And just hope Demogorgon stays alive. These are going to be some tough heroes. It's one of our high might players here on iOS. Look at Demo's health. Remember, this is the defensive build with Sacred Light, Holy Conviction. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He's got 2 healers on the team. Got Wicked Armor because of all the reflect and deflect in this game. we doing with these strikes? Are these Demogorgon strikes, these purple lightning bolts, are they actually doing any damage? He's actually doing some damage. He's actually doing something. Let's see. That's Walla Walla who just shot. In a moment, we'll see a purple lightning bolt. And we got him. Now I come back again. There it is. That's the Demogorgon proc. Seems to have a pretty lengthy cooldown. Just take a while to really activate that skill. Okay, let's see how we do against just this Rambard. We're probably 100% the base before we get to Rambard. Let's do another base. Alright, Lord Beerus, we've got a Boreal Fox, we have a Rambard, we have a Rune Master, we have a Cosmo. The other two, it looks like I'm going to have to be in contact with. And in terms of Zeph, I'll have to be actually attacking him. For the rest are ready to go. Let's do... Who do we want to take out first? Let's try to take out Kaz. Let's do Zeph towards Kaz and rest of the gang off to the side. Alright, let's wait for that Demogorgon proc. Come on, Demo. Come on, save us, Demo. You see, I'm not seeing the Demogorgon proc. It's slow. Or he's not generating energy, or he's getting Spectre Instinct. There's so many things going on in the game these days. It's like Demo is like a time traveler, you know, who's back from like the 1950s and he just stepped out. Nothing makes sense to him anymore. I'm not seeing much from Demo. Let's do another base. Alright, let's try Maxi LFDR's base. We got the same kind of top here. It's all Breakthrough 30 heroes, all jacked out. You know, and it's not going to be easy. It's kind of one of the bases that you want to use like a Dumoulin on. But we're going to use Demogorgon. Which side would we want to go on? Definitely Dovekeeper side. Alright. I'm going to have, what, a Boreal Fox procced on me as soon as I start hitting? Yeah. Okay, as soon as I start doing damage, well, in comes the Boreal Fox proc. We'll wait a few seconds, let that start to happen. Doesn't look like he's gaining too much energy. We're okay. Alright, let's let it roll. Come on, Demo. Come on, Demo. And I'm waiting for these strikes. There they go. Okay, finally. Oh, Walla got killed. Well, I'll be back. See what kind of damage it does against somebody like Rambard. 0. Well, because Rambard zeroes out. And we got damage cap heroes down here. How are we doing against Fox? What are we hitting him for in actuality? And we got a nice crit strikes. There are crit strikes happening from a lot of heroes, but also from Demo. Even when there's so few heroes on the board, there's so many skill animations, it's very difficult to see. Always wish they had a status on the left-hand side, especially in certain game modes where it showed you, overall health and things that have been applied to your hero and things that have been taken away from your hero because of bad things that happened to you, and status updates and let you know what's actually happening. I see Demo proccing, but I mean, does it really do anything? If I go and I take him for a spin in like some low dungeon, yeah, he's gonna be amazing, but against top Breakthrough 30 heroes and skill 15 Destiny 100 with the right setups and talents, I don't see him really. He doesn't do enough damage over time. It's these haphazard strikes every once in a while. And heroes that are so automated in their abilities that if they're blind or can see, they're still beating on you. Let's bring this defensive build, and let's say this: his defensive build, it's keeping him alive, even under brutal punishment from Zephs and Doves and Rune Masters and Rambards, the whole deal. Okay, so definitely the Sacred Light, Wicked Armor, Holy Conviction, and accuracy. Otherwise, he wouldn't be hitting and he wouldn't be doing anything. He would be a fireworks show and not a hero blinder and not a hero damager. For that defensive build, I would definitely recommend maybe a pet that has some dodge or definitely a pet that provides some healing of some kind because he doesn't have any kind of a healing process. I've switched over now to the offensive build. He's got to have Wicked Armor, so I established that as the base talent, and we can build off of that. That build is going to be based around the fact that he gets a really big crit increase during the majority of the time he's fighting. I think it's all but 1 second it's activating. Yeah, correct. So 4 out of 5 seconds this thing's working. So Vigorous Fury I don't think is really necessary, not for how we would use him in today's game. I think just the Wicked Armor to keep the reflect and deflect down. But if you're going to crit big. You need to up the crit damage. That's what he lacks. He already has the crit. He just needs crit damage. So that's what we use the Brute Force. And by running it as an insignia, we get an 8,375 attack bonus added and applied to Demogorgon. And if we had run it the other way around, Wicked Armor, I think, would have given us about 7,300. So if we're going attack, we want as much attack as we possibly can. We still have his Holy Conviction. That'll help to keep him alive at least long enough that he can do massive damage. And he still has the accuracy. This guy won't miss under the majority of circumstances in game modes. Let's take a look at him in a couple of the dungeons and see him clear out some beasts. Okay, I have canceled the Warden system. I'm going to drop Demo down here. This is the offensive build, and we're going to take a look at the damage he does against this Centaur up here. I put Brave Croc on him. 19 million. This guy has about 100 million health in total. Wow, just a couple of hits and he got liquidated. Let's try him in a much harder dungeon. So we just have Dove Keepers in here. That means Demo can actually work and not have all his energy taken away by the Gunslingers. I replaced Brave Croc with Mutant Cute Katsuni, who I put dodge on. Now, even with a Wicked Armor talent and a Brute Force insignia, just a single pet is all you need, and he's absolutely invulnerable. I think we're down to just damage capped heroes. Oh, we have an Ashura down here. This is why you have Wicked Armor. It's a perfect case of 5 million strike against Ashura. Right there, you get, I'm just picking a number, 60% of that sent back at you. That would be brutal, and it would kill. Cumulatively, remember he's hitting 6 people at a time. That Ashura and the 5 others, it would all come back at him and just destroy him. Let's try him in, I think, Insane 8-7. Okay, this will be interesting. I want to see the kind of damage he can do. There's like a lot of Rosalines and Mahatmas and Anubises on this level, so we can actually see health damage. We're definitely getting into the millions with these strikes. And we're also getting a heavy critical component to a lot of them. Wow, he is just wiping people out. Basically, Anubis takes 2 hits, dies, then comes back. It's like 2 shots. All except for the Rosalines, because the Rosalines just continuously proc and heal and heal and heal. But let's see down here. 4 million. Yeah, he can be relied upon for several million per strike against non-damaged capped heroes. Nice. Okay, let's let Demogorgon take us out through Insane 710. Let him liquidate the board. Let's check out his progress. Be back in just a moment. Well, that was a brief moment. That did not take long. We're down to our last hero at the bottom, and that's going to be Ronan. And the only reason he's alive is because he is elusive during that period of time that Demo's skill is activating. If he comes up out of elusive at the time of that skill activation, he's done. And there it is. No more heroes. Thank you, Demo, for your stroll down memory lane. We looked at an older time in Castle Clash. I think a simpler time where heroes were a little bit more straightforward. This was your crit man. This was your sniper. This was the guy you used to clear out heroes from bases, and it was always so exciting in Guild Wars to drop him behind somebody's gold or mana vault, allow him to activate his skill, see somebody's Dread Drake or Golem get vaporized. Thank you, Demo, for the great memories, and thanks everybody for watching, and enjoy your clashing.